welcome to the Now We're Cooking Olive Oil show. Now I'm gonna make the spicy sweet potato side and I'm gonna show you how to do it. And the first thing that I already did was put a tablespoon of Persian Lime Olive Oil into the bowl. And the reason I did that is because I am going to peel and chop up sweet potatoes, a shallot and a poblano pepper, and put them in the bowl and toss them to coat them really well before I put them on a cookie sheet. I have the most amazing potato peeler here. I wish I sold these because it's so good. It's the best peeler I've ever had. So you're just gonna peel your sweet potatoes and then chop them up in about 1/2 inch cubes, I think I would say. And then we are going to preheat our oven. Mine's already preheating to 425 degrees. So get these peeled real fast and get them chopped up, and then we're gonna toss them in the olive oil and get those started cooking. Now I love this dish because it changes sweet potatoes. It changes, most of the way I've always had sweet potatoes is sweet, like with cinnamon and sugar and everything. And I like these because it gives it just a little bit of heat and lime, and believe it or not, lime and sweet potatoes go really well together. So that's why I like this. It's a whole different take on sweet potatoes. So if you like sweet potatoes and you have a bunch of them, you need a different way to use them, this is a good way. I'm gonna rinse these. Now sweet potatoes are hard, so be careful not to cut yourself when you're cutting the sweet potatoes. But I try to get them in half, and then I never do anything exact. If the sweet potato is taller, I just make it a skinnier cut. But as it gets more narrow, then I just make it a longer cut. That's my theory on how to cut up vegetables. Not exact, whatever is faster. That's how I do everything, whatever is faster. Okay, and the way I cut up poblano peppers or any kind of peppers is I just cut around the seeds. And of course, you're gonna get some stragglers, but it doesn't really hurt anything. Now, just cut these in, 1/2 inch pieces, about like the sweet potatoes. And get those in the bowl with the sweet potato. Last thing is the shallot. And if you don't have a shallot, use a small onion. As a matter of fact, I got to the store right when the truck was delivering shallots today, so I lucked out and got one. They were just stocking them. But onions work the same. I've used either one. So these just have a little bit more stout flavor. I'm gonna wash it off because it looks like it's got a little gunk on there. Okay, so I started cutting not how I wanted to cut. Okay, so what you're gonna wanna do with your shallot is you're gonna wanna cut it long ways. So I'm gonna just cut it long ways. So they'll have a little bit longer onions in this mix. And they'll fall apart some, and then whenever you get it in there, you can mix it all up and there'll be long strings of onions. Now, if you don't like your onions like this, feel free to cut them however you like. You're free to do whatever you like. And when you start to stir the sweet potatoes and you don't have enough oil or you don't feel like it's coating well, by all means, add more oil. Now you're gonna wanna add some salt and pepper too. So if it's not mixing well, if it's not coating well, like I said, just add some more oil, but putting the oil in the bowl beforehand, it keeps them from getting too saturated with oil. It doesn't matter, you can pour it over the top just as well. I'm gonna add some seasoning, and I don't know if y'all know, but I love this seasoning. I've said it a million times. It's good on everything, so just salt and the Pennsylvania pepper, because you know I love the Pennsylvania pepper from our store. It just kind of covers lots of bases. And you stir that, get that. I'm gonna add a little bit more Persian lime oil because I feel like it's probably coated well enough, but I always over oil everything. Okay, so just a little bit more. It never hurt anything. So I feel like that looks better. Now I have my cookie sheet out here and I have my oven preheated. Oh, it smells so good, that Persian lime oil. So then you just pour it on the cookie sheet in one layer. Make sure they have plenty of room. And you are gonna put that in the oven on 425 degrees for about 20-25 minutes until they're soft, but not too soft. You don't want to mush. So let me get these in the oven. Hey y'all, discount code time. So if you're watching this sweet potato video, you're probably gonna want the Persian Lime Olive Oil because it's amazing. So use code LIME at checkout to get 10% off your order. Plus I'm gonna throw in a free blackberry ginger balsamic because I love to use this and mix it half and half with the Persian lime for a salad dressing or for pork chops or for chicken. It's amazing. So y'all enjoy. Okay, so now that we have the sweet potatoes in the oven and they're cooking, I'm gonna do the second step, which is to combine the lime, the cilantro, and the tomatoes. So what we're gonna do is have the lime, and we're gonna also have half the tomatoes. So we're gonna do that really fast. And I want to show you this new cool tool that we have, and we have these available at our store. It is called the Herb Zoom. And if you haven't seen these at our store, they're available on our website too. We don't have very many in stock right now. I think we only have like 10 or 15 available right now. But they are amazing. I'm going to show you how it works. I should have put these tomatoes in the bowl. But let me show you how this Herb Zoom works. So I don't really worry about the cilantro stems too much because I really like the flavor of cilantro, but this makes life so easy. You're gonna really want one of these. So they just roll. It just rolls and chops. Rolls and chops. Is that not easy? That's like the easiest thing. Whoops, there's a tomato in there. Get back there. So I have a humongous stalk right there that I don't want in there, but as far as the leaves go, the cilantro's done. Is that not the fastest thing you've ever seen? These are awesome, and what's cool about them is the blades roll up and it opens so you can just stick it in the dishwasher, which I do. That makes it easy. So anyway, we're gonna put the cilantro in the bowl, and look at these tomatoes. They didn't make their way in. Salt and pepper. I'm gonna use just some regular salt and some Pennsylvania pepper, y'all know me, Pennsylvania pepper, and then squeeze of lime, and get that in there. And limes don't have seeds, so that's awesome. And then we're gonna toss that around. And I'm going to add some more Persian lime olive oil because you're not cooking until you add the olive oil. So now we're cooking. And we have all that in there, and it's gonna sit in here and just marinate while the potatoes are cooking. Okay, so we have bread in the oven from another episode, and if you wanna check that out, we made tomato soup that we're gonna eat with this. So we're gonna go ahead and put the sweet potatoes in the oven with the bread. It's finishing up. We'll get it out in just a minute because it's almost done, but we just like to save time, so this is how we do it. Okay, so I have been munching on tomato soup and the bread that we were making for the other video. So what I'm gonna do now to finish up the sweet potato recipe is just to pour the cilantro and the tomato and the lime mixture back into a big bowl. And so I have that ready there, and I'm gonna get the potatoes out of the oven and grab a spatula. And it's gonna go straight into the bowl with the tomatoes. Oh, it's heavy. This will work out. If you don't work out and you make this recipe, oh my goodness. This is a very heavy pan. This is the best recipe. I have really bad wrists. Okay, so I'm gonna scoop it. And try it again. So this is a sweet potato recipe that I hope you try because it's delicious. It's an awesome take on sweet potatoes that I don't think you have tried. So if you like the recipe, please subscribe, and all of the ingredients that we use will be in the description along with the recipe. So y'all have a tasty week.